Today I am going to be sharing with you guys a plant tour collection. All of the plants that I have. I don't have a humongous collection, but I would say plants, indoor house plants, are something that I got into probably like the past year. I just love talking about plants. So I thought I would share it with you guys. Hopefully you guys are into it too. If you guys have any suggestions for me, I am not like a plant, what would you call it? Know-it-all?
Herbologist.
I don't know everything about plants. I'm really just starting to get into all of this stuff still. So if you guys have any suggestions for me, leave it down in the comment section. If you guys don't have any plants, maybe this will inspire you to get your first plant too. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoy it, and let's go ahead and get started. So I thought I would just start with this little shelf, these floating shelves that I have here in our kitchen area. I actually have 3 plants in this area right here. The first one I'll show you guys is this one. This is actually called a bird of paradise plant. These actually can get humongous. Joshua and I were just actually at a plant store just the other day, and we saw a humongous one there. I really wanted it, but it would probably take up my whole entire house. So this one I actually got a couple months back at Walmart. It was only like 10 bucks. It actually didn't come in perfect condition, but maybe that was because it was still cold here in Michigan when I got it. But when I got it, it did have like this little rip here. It did have a few brown spots and everything. Honestly, since I got it, it hasn't grown any new leaves. Nothing's really changed with it that I can tell. So, I don't know. But I still think it's cool. I especially like it here because I like having a tall plant right in this spot since the shelves are kind of like off center and stuff. This next one here is probably one of my absolute favorite plants. I actually just spritzed it too before I started filming. I love this little spritzer. It's from Target. Joshua always uses it too. He only spritzes this one though, don't you?
That's my favorite one. I make it feel like it's a rainforest.
This plant is actually called a pilea plant. So this plant is really cool just because I think it looks really fun. It is also called like a sharing plant, I believe, because as you can tell, it's like sprouted 3 other separate plants in here. So you can take them out, repot them, give it to somebody, or just have other ones. I actually am propagating one in the other room that I'll share with you guys in a few minutes, but I just think they're really fun. I don't know. I just think it's cool. I actually found this at Meijer. That's our grocery store near our house. I know not everybody has Meijer, but yeah, that's where I found that one. I actually find a lot of really good plants at our grocery store. Really quick, just want to let you know, I did hurt my leg over the weekend. So if you guys can tell that I'm limping around, it's because I am limping around. Our dogs, they like wrapped their leashes somehow around my leg and they took me for a ride down a hill. That's what's going on with my leg if you guys are wondering why I'm limping. But this next plant is a little ivy plant. This one I love because it has some variegation on it. So the variegation is like when there's like different colors on it. If you guys can see, it almost looks like it was painted to look like that. So I haven't had very much luck with my ivy plants. I had one other one before this one, and for some reason I can't like keep it alive. This one I just thought was really pretty, and I really wanted it to like start coming down because it is a trailing plant. So I'm kind of hoping it'll like come down and trail down this shelf right here. So this one seems like it's doing better than my other one was doing. Maybe I don't have it in the best spot, but yeah, it's definitely gotten bigger than when I originally got it. So we'll see how it ends up doing. But if you guys have any tips for ivy plants, keeping them alive, all that kind of stuff, let me know. This next plant, I'm gonna move over kind of in front of the window so I have the light to show you guys. This one is the newest plant to my plant collection. This is actually called a ruby rubber plant. I've been on the hunt for one of these for months. I finally just randomly came across it at Home Depot one day, and I'm obsessed with it. I should probably wipe off the leaves. They look like they're getting a little bit dusty. I just got this probably like a week ago. I haven't had it for too long, but why I love this plant is the colors are so pretty. It kind of has like this red or pinkish color on it, and then look at the leaves. If you get a close-up of these, this looks like it was literally just like painted. It's crazy. I just think it's like such a unique plant. These are the types of plants I like having in my home, or just things that are a little more unique, things that you wouldn't find anywhere. So yeah, I think they're really cool. Like I said, I really probably need to like dust off the leaves and stuff like that. But it's really, really cool. I love it. This was at Home Depot for only $15 too, which is crazy because it's actually a pretty big plant already. Like, I don't know, it's pretty humongous. And then this little planter thing that I have it in is from Home Goods. I have 2 of these, but they're super cool. You can find really good planters at TJ Maxx and Home Goods. Moving on to the kitchen. This is probably one of my favorite plants. Definitely in the top 3, I would say. So this is actually called a prayer plant. I can leave like the scientific names here on the screen if you guys want to know. But this plant, I just think it's so cool. It's one of my very first plants that I think I ever got too. One of. It definitely wasn't the first, but it was one of. So the reason why I think this is so cool is because it kind of has a mind of its own. Actually, normally during the day, all of these leaves are like down like this. And then at night, the leaves are like straight up. But I think because it's kind of like overcast and kind of gloomy out today, the leaves are kind of up a little bit, so it's not super bright in here. I actually normally keep this in my bathroom. It does really well in the bathroom, I think just from like the humidity from the shower and stuff. I had it down here for a little bit, and then I started noticing it was getting like little random brown spots on it, so I moved it up to the bathroom and it was doing much better. You can tell there's like a few random brown spots on some of these leaves. I actually took one of these out and I'm propagating another one too, which I'll show you guys in a minute. But yeah, I love this plant. I think it's really cool. Another one that I have here in the kitchen is this one right here. This is a golden pothos plant. Joshua actually surprised me with this when I was sick one day. He totally knows the way to my heart. It's through a plant, not even flowers. He brought home a plant, which was so cool. It's actually gotten a lot bigger from when he originally got it for me. These plants are actually both from Meyer as well. That's just our grocery store. And then this little planter, this little cement one, this is from IKEA. They have really, really affordable ones there. But this plant, I love it because I can actually keep it under my cabinet here in my kitchen. I wanted something that would still do well without having like a lot of bright light. So these actually do really well in low light. So I just keep it right over here, and it does just fine. Moving on to the bathroom. I have a little plant in there. Now, this bathroom over here, we are getting ready to remodel it. I just ordered a new vanity with a sink and everything on it, so that'll be in soon, but I will have a whole video about remodeling this bathroom, so keep a lookout for that. But if you guys come in here, this is also Dude's favorite room in the house because he likes laying on the tile. Cute. The only plant I have in here, because there really isn't much light in here, because I usually have this little blind closed because it's the bathroom, but I have this little snake plant in here. I got it because this is the third one that I ever got, but I had to get it because it was only $5 at Walmart, so I thought that was just an amazing deal. It's super small, but I feel like it does totally fine in here with absolutely no light. I water it once every couple weeks or so. Snake plants do really well, like without even hardly ever watering them. They're pretty easy, so if you guys are in the market for your first plant, this might be a good one to try out. And then this little plant stand that I got is from Big Lots. It was only like $15. So I think it just looks kind of cool there sitting in the corner. But like I said, we're going to be remodeling this bathroom really soon, so we'll see if it ends up staying in here. And then right out here in this corner, this is like the perfect plant for this corner. I love how it looks. This is another snake plant, and it has a couple names. It's like mother-in-law's tongue, snake plant, and then Sansevieria something. I think it's like the scientific name. I don't know exactly, but my bandage keeps falling off.
This one was about $50, so that's the big difference. Is you got the small one for $5 with a couple strands, and then $50. So if you find one like this that's less than $50, you got yourself a deal.
Yeah, because this one was pretty big. We actually had to go to like kind of a more expensive plant nursery to find this one, but I love it and it does really well. It's weird because this one's right by a window and it does really well, and then the other one I have like in a dark bathroom. I also am obsessed with this planter. This planter is from Target, and I just think it's really cool, kind of modern. It looks really good with all the other decor that I have by this front door. So yeah, I like this little guy. We're gonna move into the living room right over here. This plant right here, I'm gonna move it so the light can be facing it so you guys can tell. This plant is called a Monstera plant. It's also called like a Swiss cheese plant. I don't know if it has any other names, but I actually found this one at Home Depot as well for only $15, which was crazy, especially for how big it is. I know these can be really expensive. Online, I almost got one of these and it was gonna be like $50. So I'm not sure. This might be a baby Monstera because when I originally got it, a lot of the leaves were more like this, where they really didn't have many holes in them. Like only a couple had like the holes in them like this. So it might be a baby Monstera, but this is like a really good example of like what all the leaves are supposed to look like. These plants actually can get humongous. So I don't even know where I'll put it or what I'll do with it if it ever gets that big. But it's so cool. I love it. This one does really well. This planter thingy is also from Home Goods. I usually feed all of my plants plant food once a week as well. And then right here in this windowsill, I have a couple of plants that I'll move over here into the light for you guys to be able to see. See, this one is called a jade plant. I believe this is actually considered a succulent. This was the first plant that I ever bought, and this is just from our grocery store too. This has really gone through a lot though. This plant, when I first got it, I didn't really understand watering. The soil was probably already wet, and I overwatered it immediately. So it kind of had looked like it was dying right from the start, and then it was like in the windowsill. The dogs knocked it down. One day the planter broke that it was in. It's really just gone through a lot. So I'm really not sure that it's doing very well. It kind of like the little leaves on it look like the life's kind of been sucked out of them. So we'll see how it does. I haven't been watering it too much. But these need a lot of sunlight too. So I just have it right here in the window. This little planter's from Walmart. Another one that I have right here in the window is this one. It's called a ZZ plant. This one, I just think is really cool, kind of like modern looking, and it's been really, really easy to take care of so far. I've had it for probably a couple of months now, and it's done really well just in my window. Haven't had any problems, no browning, no leaves falling off. This little planter that it's in is from IKEA. I think they just have really nice little planters, and I like their terracotta pots a lot there. But yeah, this is my little ZZ plant, and I think it's really cute. Super easy to take care of. So this would also probably be a good one too if you guys are looking for like your first plant to get. Now we're in the dining room, and I'm gonna show you guys the mother of all of my plants. It's my big fiddle leaf over here. Well, I guess it's not huge, but it's much bigger than when I originally got it. I'll insert a picture of what it looked like when I first got it. It almost just looked like a bush still. This now kind of looks more like a tree. So as you guys can tell, like a lot of the leaves have kind of like come off down there. So I think these two are probably going to fall off next. I don't know if that's supposed to happen, but it seems like as it grows, like I keep getting new leaves here on the top and off of this branch right here. The bottom leaves just kind of like randomly fall off. So if you guys know anything about fiddle leaf trees, let me know if that's normal. Leave it in the comments below. If other people want to know, they can check out the comments too if they're interested. But yeah, so a lot of the ones at the bottom have come off, but I kind of like the way it's looking, like the shape of it and everything. I just think it looks really nice. So we'll see. Also, this is the plant food that I give my fiddle leaf fig trees. I have 2 of them. This is what it looks like. I actually got this off of Amazon. It's lasted me a while so far, but you really don't need too much. It says a teaspoon for every 2 cups of water, and you just use it whenever you water it. So yeah, I feel like actually once I started using this, both of my fiddle leaf fig trees started getting a lot more new leaves. So that was really cool. Before I show you guys my other fiddle leaf fig tree, I'll show you guys this. This is just kind of crazy. This is another snake plant. I got this from our grocery store, but I think when I brought it home, it actually had a disease because there was some sort of like weird round gunky stuff right here. And when I cleaned it, and I actually started spraying the plant with like soapy water because I think it might have had like some bugs or something. I don't know. I was trying to read stuff online on like how to save it, but it's been fine for quite a few months now. As you can tell, it still has like this dead brown stuff on the leaf, but there's no weird gunk on it. The tip of a couple of the leaves have kind of like broke off, but yeah, it's also a different shape than my other snake plants. This one, it's kind of more twisted. I also read online that could mean that it has a disease, or it's a twisted sister. So that's actually like the name of some of these. So I've just kind of kept my eye on this plant for a while. It's never really been in great shape ever since I got it, but I've just tried to do my best. I wipe off the leaves, water it every couple of weeks because this, like I said, snake plants don't need as much water as maybe some of your other plants. At least mine, it seems like. So yeah, that's this little crazy guy. And then this planter is from CB2. They have a lot of really cool modern planters. They can be a little more expensive, but this one I bought when it was on sale. So I'll try to find some of my planters that I have here and link them down below. The one that this one is in was a great find from TJ Maxx. I got this for only like $30, so that's a great price for like a humongous planter like that. But yeah, I'll try to leave some links down below for some of this stuff. I'll also leave this link down below too. I'll bring this over. This is my last fiddle leaf fig tree that I have. Although when we were at the plant...
For now.
Yeah, when we were at the plant store the other day, I almost came home with another one, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
This one is also from Home Depot. I don't know if I said where that one was from. The really large one that seems to be doing pretty good in the corner, that one was from a little bit more of an expensive plant nursery. That one was like $50. This one was only $15. But they don't grow super fast. I can tell you that. This one just kind of looks more like a bush. I don't know what's going to happen to this one. It has recently sprouted like 3 new leaves on the top. I just have it in this little basket here from TJ Maxx. But when I saw it at Home Depot for only $15, I just thought I kind of had to have it. I thought that was a really good deal. And when I found it at Home Depot, it wasn't in perfect condition. That's the problem with going plant shopping and stuff. Most of the time, they're never in perfect condition. At least not with the places I've been. But I just do my best to keep them alive.
This next place is my favorite of the house. I created the name for it.
Right here.
What's it called?
Propagation station?
Yep.
AKA plant hospital. A lot of you have asked me to do more bar cart videos. And I used to do those on my channel probably a couple years ago. I would decorate for like every single holiday my bar cart. This is the situation I have going on with my bar cart now. It's literally just this little propagation station from my plants. Now I just have these in little cups, but they do have really cute little propagation setups that you can get off of Amazon. I think I'm gonna order one. I'll leave it linked down below because I kind of want it to look cuter than just being in these cups right here. This became the hospital first because of this plant right here. This was my first Pilea plant that I ever got. And I think I overwatered this one too, and it just did not seem like it was doing very well for a long time. It still isn't looking fabulous, but it has sprouted new leaves. They're just not a really great color. So if you guys know anything about what to do with that, let me know. All these other ones are ones that I've been propagating. So this came, I think this might have come from this plant. I don't remember. It might have come from my other Pilea plant. But this one is actually doing really well. This was literally just a brown stem. And now as you guys can tell, like all the roots it has, it's just crazy. So once your plant actually gets roots like these, you can repot them in soil. So I could do that right now with this one, but I don't know, I'm kind of scared, and I also kind of like really being able to see the growth. I don't know, I think it's kind of cool. But Joshua was actually throwing down one of the dog toys the other day, and a little leaf broke off, but that's okay. There are a couple little brown spots on these, and then there's like a hole in this one. And I don't really know why exactly that's happening. If you guys propagate and let me know about that, that would be fantastic. Another one I'm propagating is my favorite plant, the prayer plant. This is technically what they're supposed to look like during the day, is like where all their leaves are straight down like this. So I don't know why my other one wasn't doing that right now. But this is really going to town with the roots as well, as you guys can see. Just super cool. I love this plant so much. It honestly probably is my favorite plant. The last one that I'm propagating is this little guy right here. He's really going insane too. His roots kind of look gross. But this is a Monstera plant. Originally, I ordered this off of Etsy, and I knew it was going to be small, but it came in the mail. I didn't realize it wasn't going to be already in soil. It literally came like wrapped up in newspaper and saran wrap, and then it was dead by the time it got to my house. So the only thing that was still alive was this one right here. And just probably 2 days ago, this little guy came out. So I was really, really excited about that. So I think I'm doing something right, which is so cool. So I'm pretty proud of myself. So I think this might be an actual Monstera, not a baby Monstera, because it already has little holes in it. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. That is all of the plants that I currently have right now. I'm guessing my collection is probably going to grow, and as it does, maybe I'll do another collection tour for you guys at some point. Maybe we can do a plant shopping video together. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys would like to see. I know this video is a little bit different from what I normally do, but plants are something that I get really excited talking about, and it's obviously like a hobby and something I'm really interested in, so I wanted to share it with you guys too. So give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you really soon in my next video.